CBS News, Detroit.
Welcome back. With a mission of giving back, a local architect firm is helping to improve the nonprofit landscape right here in Metro Detroit.
And with more on their upcoming projects is President with us today, James Pappas. Thank you so much for being here. Tell us a little bit about how we're giving back.
Good morning. Thank you. Appreciate being here today. My goal in life has always been to do something that helps the community. And as the president of Fusco, Shaffer Pappas, I've always tried to focus on working with nonprofit organizations that are making a difference. You know, that if we can help them help change the world, that's important to me, and it's important to our organization.
So you work with a number of nonprofit organizations. What do you look at in those organizations when you decide to team up with them?
Most of the groups that we work with develop some type of housing, whether it be housing for children or seniors, homeless individuals. That's really our focus, is working with those types of groups.
And you have something very specific that you want to talk to us about here today.
Well, we've worked on several recent projects. We work with COTS, and we recently completed some supportive housing for them, renovation of an existing hotel building in downtown Detroit. That was a very important job for them to house families. And currently we're working with a group called Christ Child, and they provide housing for young boys that, at no fault of their own, need a place to stay and need a place to live in a safe, secure environment. So it's those types of projects that, to me, really make a difference to the community.
I should just mention COTS is Coalition on Temporary Shelter, for people who don't know that. Now, I'm kind of curious, how does the funding for these projects work?
For example, the Christ Child project was by donation. Another group we're working with is the Pope Francis Center, which will be bridge housing for individuals that are coming out of shelters and need a longer place to stay in a safe environment. That was also funded by donations. So it's a combination of donations from the public as well as some government funding, but a lot of it is donations.
And we're looking at some of those pictures there. How extensive are these projects? Are we talking about demolitions or some kind of simpler remodels, or are they all different?
They're all different, but most of the ones we're talking about, the COTS project, for example, was a major gut renovation.
Okay.
The project for Christ Child, which is the boys' home, is new construction, and the project for Pope Francis is new construction.
On a little bit of a lighter note, we were kind of talking before we went on air about architecturally wise cities and your favorite cities, and you and I agreed on Chicago, but let's talk about our own city, Detroit, and talk about some of the architectural gems that are here, right here in front of our eyes.
There are some beautiful buildings in the city of Detroit. There is everywhere. I mean, I don't know that I have one favorite throughout the city, because as you go through, there are so many unique buildings were built over time. Really, the great error in the city of Detroit were projects that were really built in the 20s, just everywhere throughout the city.
Yeah, a number of gorgeous buildings. Now a lot of them being refurbished on the inside and the outside, so they're getting back to their former glory, so to speak.
And it's just amazing to me that with the work that I see happening today in downtown Detroit, in Midtown, in fact throughout the city, that people are coming, organizations are stepping up and saving these buildings that are just gems throughout the city.
And still so much work to be done. So taking a look at the future, what are your hopes in terms of any big projects you have here looming that you're working on that you can share?
Some recent stuff. We are in the process right now of working out a project called Lee Plaza. It's on West Grand Boulevard near Grand River, and it's a 15-story building that's been vacant for over 20 years. And we're currently working on that project, and hopefully we'll start construction yet this year to renovate the entire building. And,
that is great.
And that is also providing affordable housing in the city.
Fantastic.
So great restoration program and for affordable housing.
Yes.
James, thanks a lot for dropping by this morning, telling us about these exciting projects that you have
Thank you.
going on.
I appreciate it. It was wonderful to be here, and thank you so much.
Thanks for being here.
Enjoyed having you a lot. because we agreed on Chicago as the best architectural city.
It is the best.